So we are literally hiding in a van, hiding away from the showers that Gaz has predicted. Well done, Gary.
Yeah, pretty much bang on, didn't he? 11 o'clock.
And last night, under 17 minutes. So, yeah, not too bad, mate.
Yeah, not too bad at all. We're a day out, aren't we? Didn't we miss?
Yeah.
So we missed Wednesday night's practice, have we? What day are we on? Yeah.
Today's Friday.
Yeah, so Wednesday night, I can't even remember what I did Wednesday night. What did I do Wednesday night?
You probably went really fast.
I did go really fast. I did 131.2 standing start on the Superbike, but I wasn't happy with the way the bike was handling.
Yeah, you came in after one.
So I came straight in from the standing start, made a change, went back out, did 131.9 standing start, so pretty good. Going down pit lane and stuff as well, so that's good. And then what else did I ride on that night? I only got like half a lap on the Super Sport bike before the red flag. So, but the Super Sport bike was going well. The little K2 Trooper Triumphs, it's nice. Made a few little tweaks here and there, but not really changed it too much. And the bike's working really, really well. So, really happy with it. Last night
conditions look good. There was wind. It was the light was good.
Wednesday night the sun was really bad. The worst I've ever ridden around here with the sun. It was so low and so bright. The sky was so clear. It was really tough. You actually couldn't see properly. Whereas last night it was still warm enough. A little bit cold on the mountain, but that's kind of normal. But it was overcast, but still bright enough. So there was no sun problems last night at all. It was mega. Conditions were pretty much perfect, I would say. Pretty much no wind really. There was nothing. Finally did 2 laps on the Superbike. It's the first 2-lap run that I've done on it. Obviously because we've had a few technical issues. 133.2 standing start. More than happy with that, of course. Wasn't perfect by any means. Don't get me wrong. And then the second lap I was a little bit faster again, and then we ran out of fuel. The gas monkey ran out of gas.
So when did it start spluttering? Coming down off the mountain, or
no, off Brandish actually. So quite late. But our bike, we can run it to basically 0 without a stutter.
Right.
Which is the team's done a mega job with the tank and stuff. Like it literally, if it stutters, it's out of fuel.
Right.
So I had one stutter out of Brandish and thought,
we're in.
I'm in a little bit of trouble here. So then I short shifted on the run down to Hilbury, rolled kind of through Hilbury, still with the engine on obviously, and then I came out of Hilbury, it stuttered again, and then I just kind of cruised to Signpost, out of Signpost, and it actually drove out of Signpost, which I wasn't expecting it to. So I drove out of Signpost, didn't brake for Bedstead, just kind of ran through as fast as I dared to try and keep my speed up. And then as I picked the throttle up out of there, that was it, out. So I was completely out of Bedstead. So I rolled through the Nook. I knew there was no one behind, so I rolled through the Nook, all the way through Governors with the engine off and the clutch in. Got to the bottom of Governors as high as I could go, and just as the bike was about to stop, I hit the button to start again. It actually did start. I give it a little rah, and then it was fully out. That was it, done. So I managed to get up onto...
That's not bad, because it's uphill, innit?
Yeah, so I got up onto the start and finish at least, to basically the bus stop, and then that was me out. So then I had to push it from there. I tell you what, it's a long drag from. I don't know if you had to do it at all, but to go from Governor's Dip up to start and finish, it's long and it's uphill.
Yeah, it is uphill.
So I was panting more coming from pushing the bike up to back to the paddock than what I was riding around. But that's the first proper 2 laps we've done on the bike. So not kind of expected, but not surprising that we ran out of fuel, to be quite honest, because until you do 2 laps, and especially at that sort of speed, both laps, the second lap would have been 133 something. You're tramping on a bit, it's fast.
So how can you rectify that? Because obviously the tank was brimmed when you went out.
Yeah, tank was brimmed, but then there's, you start with what is your most ideal mapping, engine braking, power scenario. And if you run out of fuel, you've got to start sacrificing somewhere. So you always start with the most amount you can have of everything, because obviously that's the ideal situation. We are probably, we think, probably only 0.6 of a litre out. So not that much per lap. And then that would have got me back.
So you're just going to change the engine braking strategy.
Yeah.
Lean it off a bit.
We'll lean it off a bit in a few places, trim it off a little bit. I'll probably take some power out, so I'll take some throttle out of it as well. So even though I'll go to 100, the bike won't for a little bit longer. That'll save a little bit of fuel as well, because it won't really make that much difference to lap time. Give me an easier time as well, because Superbike's fast. It's always trying to rip my arms off everywhere. So that will be that'll make my life easier, and will save fuel.
Cool. And then I think finally you went. Was it fastest on the pattern?
Yeah. So I actually did 2 laps on the Superbike. I did a lap on the Stocker straight after that. Because again, I've not done that much on the Stocker really. So I did 129 something standing start. So I was happy enough with the Superstock bike. Worked really well. I'm actually making a small change to it for today. Just there's one thing I want to change, so we'll see if that improves it. And then I jumped straight off that bike straight onto the Super Twin. Did 2 laps on the Super Twin. The little pan, mega little bike. That was my 3rd and 4th lap ever on it, and mint. Did 119 something standing start, and then 120.99 flying lap. So my 4th ever lap on it, and we're not too far off the lap record. 122's lap record, I think. And so I basically did 121. And Michael Dunlop did the same. He did 120.9 as well, but his was a standing start, so he was faster than me. But to be honest, that's kind of expected. He's ridden it a lot, so I'm quite happy with where we're at.
Sweet.
I ended up fastest on all 3, I think. Fastest on Superbike, fastest on Stocker, fastest on Super Twin.
It's not a bad night, is it?
That'll do, isn't it?
That'll do. And then just finally, because practice has been delayed, you're going out tonight. You're obviously not going to get in till say 9, half 9, and then you're racing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Does that change anything? Do you change your strategy because the team's going to have less time to get the bikes ready for the race? Or
Nah, not really. To be honest, we've not even spoken about what plan we've got for the races or anything. We'll get today and tonight out of the way, and then we'll make a plan of how we're going to do it, and we'll go from there.
Cool. Thanks for your time, mate.
No worries, as always. All good.